Hello everybody and welcome back to Data Dispatch. Today I'm going to reveal to you the truth about AI predictions for 2023. Now AI is one of the most powerful and influential technologies of our time, and it's constantly evolving and improving. But what can we truly expect from AI in the near future? There's many predictions that are being thrown out there, and how is it actually going to impact our lives and society? Today I'm going to show you guys some of the most important and surprising predictions for 2023, but also uncover the truth behind these top predictions that we've heard before, talk about the pros and of course the consequences that these could bring to the human race. Now before we get started, hit that like button for the algorithm and subscribe for daily videos. Number one, the prediction is that AI will create realistic content. Now generative AI is a branch of AI that can create new content from scratch images. We've seen this before, such as photorealistic images with Midjourney. We've seen these natural language processing models such as ChatGPT, Google Bard, and even Bing Chat. We have many different applications that are developing these natural language processes, and we've even had new type of music AI programs such as Jukebox that this can actually generate music in any style, genre, mood, using lyrics or any melody as an input. So these predictions and the truth behind these is that these are basically based on the most recent advances and achievement of these generative AI models such as ChatGPT, DALL-E, and Jukebox. These have demonstrated, of course, impressive capabilities of creating realistic and diverse content. However, this prediction is supported by the growing demand and popularity of generative AI applications such as gaming, entertainment, and education. Now, the pros of this prediction is that it will enable AI users to provide more creative and personalized services and experiences for the users that it's trying to create it for. It will also open up new possibilities and opportunities for artistic expression and innovation, bringing more creativeness to the table. However, looking at some of the cons, creating realistic content is also going to pose challenges and risk. Talking about authenticity and trustworthiness of information, it raises the ethical and legal issues around use and ownership of content, copyright, and also did it actually come from a person? There is that true trustworthiness that could be lost in the future here. Prediction number two, let's talk about here, AI will improve data quality. Now, one of the biggest challenges that AI is dealing with is poor or incomplete data models that are actually feeding these chatbots, and they could be fed different types of information that actually have the AI respond in a falsified way. In 2023, the prediction is that AI is going to improve data quality by detecting and correcting errors, filling in those missing values, in generating its own synthetic data. Now, the truth behind these predictions is that it's really based on a research group by DeepMind, which found that today's large language models are actually larger than they should be, and that training data is really more important than the whole model size. So rather than just giving it copious amounts of data, actual training data and being more specific is more important rather than just opening up the whole can of worms. Now, this prediction is also supported by the examples of how AI can actually improve, and we've seen mistakes with AI, and also we've seen AI be broken in a few different instances. The pros behind the prediction here is that improving data quality will enable AI to provide more accurate and reliable solutions for those various problems. However, looking at the consequences, improving data quality is also going to require a lot more work and a lot more resources in efforts to collect, process, and store a large amount of that data. Storage is always a big question in mind. It will also raise ethical and privacy issues around the ownership of this data and where does the data all come from, and also the accessibility of this data. Prediction number three is that we've heard this before, AI is going to start to regulate itself. As we know, AI is becoming more powerful and persuasive, but also more controversial and risky. We've talked about this before, as there are many ethical and social issues around the impact of AI. We've seen this with accountability, privacy, bias, and the actual output of what these natural language models are giving us. Now, talking about AI and its ability to regulate itself by following ethical principles and standards and trying to monitor its own behavior. This is a top prediction for 2023 as an improvement. The truth behind it is that this prediction is based on the increasing awareness and concern of the public and policymakers about the potential harm and benefits of AI. This is also based on ongoing efforts and initiatives of various stakeholders such as researchers, developers, users, and regulators regulators to try to establish those ethical guidelines and frameworks for AI. For example, the actual government recently updated its national AI strategy and called for public input on how to advance trustworthy AI. The pros behind regulating AI is to help ensure its alignment with human values and interests, and to foster trust and confidence in the actual AI systems and applications. But however, looking at some of the consequences, regulating AI is also going to pose those challenges, those trade-offs, and those innovations. We're going to be talking about competitiveness here, which will be among these software companies, and is also going to require coordination and cooperation among these different companies, and also conflicting parties will have to try to collaborate together. It will also depend on the availability and the quality of the data that these software companies have access to, and evidence to support in how do we actually evaluate and quantify the AI regulation and how it's monitoring its own behavior. Talking about number 4, this is a prediction that we've heard before on how AI is going to explain itself. Talking about what it does, that's a big question. We really don't know how this prompt engineering field is really working in the background for these natural language models. Talking about 2023 here, a top prediction is that more emphasis is going to be placed on what we call explainable AI. And this is an AI that actually can give a clear and understandable reasons for its output and its outcomes. Now, the truth behind this prediction is that it's really based on a growing demand and expectation of users and regulators to provide more transparency and accountability of their AI systems and their chatbot. It is also based on the recent progress and development of these AI techniques and tools that we've seen, such as Lime, SHAP, and xAI, which can provide various explanations for how these tasks work. Now, the pros behind this is, of course, the transparency, and also we can see the AI outputs and the outcomes. It'll also help more people in the field help better make more informed decisions about the AI models that they're working on, and identify and of course correct errors and biases and corruptions within these AI systems. Now, the consequences, however, is that posing challenges and limitations for the complexity and the scalability of these AI models. It's going to require many trade-offs, and between the accuracy and interpretability of AI explanations, it's going to depend on the context and the purpose of explanation, as well as the audience and the level of detail that's required. The last one we're going to talk about here is how AI is going to interact with humans. This is a big prediction for 2023, and how it's going to be more used as a collaboration rather than a replacement for humans. Talking about how AI can work with doctors in diagnosing diseases, working for personalizing learning, with artists for bringing creativity, working and enhancing skills, and also working to provide feedback. Now, the truth behind this prediction is we really don't know how AI is going to have an effect on the human race. This prediction is really just based on recognition and realization that humans and AI, they do have different strengths and weaknesses, and that they can achieve more together than alone. But it's also based on the increasing availability and the accessibility of these AI tools and platforms that enable that human to AI collaboration. Now, the pros here is that tasks can be completed much faster. Collaborating with AI will help humans leverage the actual power and potential of AI to solve very complex problems and solve new ideas while enhancing creativities. However, the consequence here is that collaborating with AI will also pose those challenges and risks for human dignity, autonomy, and agency. And also, those social issues, responsibility, and accountability come into question. What happens if AI can do your job so good that the human isn't needed anymore? Now, that's really all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for daily videos, hit that like button for the algorithm, and tell me, what do you think about the truth behind these predictions for these AI 2023 predictions? Do you agree or disagree with them? And what do you want to see in the next video? Take care and have a great day.